Muse is Muhammad Al-Fayed's son. And you want to know what happens when you take or switch, which 30 maybe a half sibling, I don't know, but when you take a child away from a man and then throw him in a random ass country and then torture all his offspring that never even met him, and then a lot of his grandchildren start getting eaten like at birth and shit. Well, after all that shit, I mean, goddamn, can you blame him for starting to eat the grown ass family of the fucking people cannibalizing and raping us? I'll say thank you. I'd rather have said thank you with AJ beside me, but obviously we're dealing with people that don't understand anything but war. When we beg for the truth and lives together our whole lives, and they've never let us have any of that. You couldn't imagine what it's actually like to not even ever meet almost any of your family, have almost every one of your family called from countries they're not even from, or don't even have hardly any family in, and then on top of that, have your people being eaten alive because people are too cowardly to even fight us as adults. And honestly, that guy did sacrifice himself. That man hated himself because his fucking crap family was eating my 5-year-old. We'll never forgive. And we'll never have peace unless y'all die because you think we're me and we only counterattack. We've always only been counterattacking people. That's what we believe in. Backlash. That's the only way we fight. Those started it. We finish it or we die trying. And oh no, I'm not gonna give up on AJ, but he might be dead. They might have eaten all of them. They might actually be such fucking cowards. They wouldn't even let me see us like skeleton. I won't give up on him. And if I ever can find a man who's worth a shit, which I give up on every day, although maybe there's a beautiful 40-year-old Hawaiian who fucking hates all these people for us. And then maybe I'll reincarnate him. But I don't know what the Asians, who's another side of my family, been talking about. But I will never let the people who have hurt any of us be around our souls reincarnated. Never. Not ever. So maybe it's possible if AJ died I could reincarnate him, but never if they could even get near him again. And I won't give up on him until the people involved in this are dead. We won't. Never. Because we can't live in a world with cannibal trash that eats children behind our backs and sneaks fetuses out of our uteruses and then sticks them in other women or raises them in test tubes just to torture and eat. You can't, it's not, there's no happiness in that world. And there never will be. And when people just make life miserable, like, I would have rather been dead than to be around almost anyone, well, pretty much anyone I've met but my family, you know. And then it's like with Panama, they've sent so many people that I'm not even related to and lied. It's like my closest relatives that came here were armed soldiers that woke me up in the middle of the night, and I still regret not going with them, but I think AJ may have still been alive. And then I know they have one of the younger ones they've been eating alive. I'm like, the only reason these people are alive is because they lie about it. It's disgusting. Goddamn, at least we can be proud of retaliation. And I would rather be dead than let the people who've been eating any children in the world live. I really would. I really would. I really want to fight to my death. I get embarrassed all the time and not just attacking people. But most of the time, I think they just put me in prison and rape me. And maybe cut off my arms and legs. That seems to be the Panamanian American way. You know, cut off a woman's arms and legs and just rape her to death. I guess it's almost ironic. What's even more ironic is I pretty much asked them to do it to one of the women that were getting my women killed. And I think they may have done it to one of my family members. Because that's how Panamanians are. You could pay them $1 trillion, or they could owe you $1 trillion, and you ask for something back, and they'll do the opposite, and they'll do it to you, the people you love. That's a fucking American.